Hey guys, Zerkaa here and welcome back to my Millwall Career Mode series, and the January transfer window is now open, which now means it's now time for me to strengthen my squad a little bit and to try and either push for the first and second place. Obviously, where you see Norwich and Swansea are currently running away with those places, and I'm currently in fourth. And so it's either a chance for me to strengthen my side to push on to move up to first and second, or a chance to strengthen my team so I can solidify that position that I'm currently in. And you can see we start off this and we get an offer for Wallison, and I was expecting quite a lot of offers for Wallison because obviously he is a great player, but Man United came in with an offer for him, which is I found kind of interesting. Manchester United, really, do they need a 77 rated striker? So I thought they got a lot of money, so let's go for a counter offer of something stupid. Basically, when I put in counter offers, I was going for the incentive of basically issuing a hands-off warning, but with the offering a silly amount of money, but also in a hope that maybe one of them they might just go, yeah, go on, we'll take that 50 million, and I've got 50 million then to play around with that I can put into like different positions around the squad, so now I can strengthen my whole squad opposed to just strengthening one area of my squad. And you can see here I'm looking at my scouting report, and one of the players that I was actually scouting, loads of you guys said in the comments that I would get a player, some of my players would get stolen, and that was the case. Corey O'Keefe got stolen, and I'm not actually sure how good he was. So I'm just going through here, the players here, and just trying to find the ones with the highest potential, making sure that I continue to scout those players with the highest potential. Obviously, I wasn't actually aware of what you guys said, where you guys all told me that I should sign them to my youth squad straight away regardless and not continue to scout them. So that's something that I'll obviously do in the future. Obviously this was recorded way in advance, so apologies for that. Apologies, I may make that mistake several times in this series before actually you realise that I actually taken your comments on board and done what you guys told me to do. You can see I found my scouts found quite a lot of decent players, and whether or not they'll ever come about and ever be able to make it into my squad before I achieve my final objective in this series, which was obviously to win the Champions League. Whether or not these players will ever feature in the team is another matter. We go back into our transfer offers and we get a few more for David Edwards, who's a player signed for a free agent. So for him to now be valued at 2.3 million is crazy in itself, but then to get actually offers of around that price is even crazier. But I'm not going to sell him. He's been a great player for me, and he's been a great replacement for Andy Keogh. And obviously, if someone's going to go, it's going to be Andy Keogh, not David Edwards, because he's only 20 years old and he's got a lot of growth still to go. You see here, I got a loan offer from Peterborough for Toby Alabi, and obviously I'm going to let him go because he's not going to feature in my squad at any point. And it's someone I need to offload off of my whole squad in general, but I just need someone to actually be able to want to take him, because that's always an issue, is when you have these players that you want to offload, you don't want to just release them and have to pay the compensation. You just want to offload them and get some money for them at least. And that's what I'm trying to do with those kind of players like Toby Alabi and Dami Shitta at the moment. And you can see here, I put in an inquiry for Cragno, who is another goalkeeper. A lot of you guys recommended when I initially signed Spires, and Spires hasn't grown that much. That is why I have gone in for Cragno. And obviously at the moment, I didn't even realise this, but I didn't actually have another goalkeeper other than Spires. And if Spires got injured or sent off, I know it's rare, then I'd been screwed. I'd had to have played an outfield player in goal for several games. And also put in an inquiry for Benzia, another striker that a lot of people sign in their career mode episodes. That's why I kind of deferred away from signing him, but loads of you guys said for me to sign him, so I have done, or I haven't done. I put an inquiry for him, and hopefully he was valued at 1.7 million, and I only have 700k, so whether or not I actually even have a chance of signing him is another matter. But I thought I'd put an inquiry in anyway regardless. Hope I can get some wheeler dealing going on, not wheeler dealer. Also put in an inquiry for Marvel, is it Wine or Winnie? I say Wine, I guess we'll go with Wine. And he is a vendor in the MLS who has like 97 sprint speed. It's someone that I just wanted to have in my team, just maybe even someone just be on the bench, just so I can say if a team has a very fast striker, someone who can combat that with his 97 sprint speed. Going into a game here against Derby, and Gabriel started off the scoring. Gabriel, of all people, to start off the scoring, someone who never really scores for me. He's a CDM, shouldn't be out there anyway. He has a nice little shot fake there, and then puts it into the bottom corner. And then move it into the 30th minute. And Derby have some nice play there, and I left a player open at the back post, and he took a nice turn and put it into the near post OP on this game, and he made that 1-1. The ball then drops to Edwards here, and Edwards passes it to Wallison. Wallison stops the ball there, passes it back to Edwards, and Edwards managed to finish that to make it 2-1 and put us back in the lead. And you see here some nice work between Wallison and Edwards there. Almost forgot his name. I was about to say Deadwoods. But we then move into the 60th minute, and Derby began to press quite hard, and they almost got a goal there from that rebound. Luckily, Spires managed to get to that ball before the actual attacker did there. And again, given some more pressure in the 69th minute, they had a shot there. Spires saved it. Should have definitely held on to that ball, palmed it straight out to their attacker, and luckily he volleyed it over. And we can't really afford to be even drawing or losing games right now, because if we're even going to have a chance of catching up with Norwich and Swansea, we need to be winning every single one of our games, because that's pretty much what they're doing. I think both of those teams have only lost 1 or 2 games each, but that game finished 3-1, managed to get a goal from Lecointe there at the end. Lecointe started the move and managed to finish the move as well, and that was a nice result to get 3-1. And it was nice to see some new faces on the score sheet opposed to Wallison and Romeo Vidal. We now get to see the replies to our inquiries that we previously put in before that game. And Colorado Rapids only wanted 275 for him, and which I was happy with, because he's only valued at 210, it's only 65,000 over his actual valuation, and he's meant to be a great player, so it was worth signing. I also got a reply from Cragno, for Cragno even, from Brescia, and they only wanted 250 for him, even though he's valued at 550. He's only 19 years old, 63 rated, so that's a great signing if we can manage to get him, as long as he accepts the contracts. And here's he to get some more offers for Wallison, and I, opposed to going with the 15 million that I said to Manchester United, I went with 10 million, and I sent that to FC Schalke. Who else the other team that came for him? There's 2 more teams coming in for him. You can see that on screen now. Inter, so Inter also came in for him, and there's one more team that came in for him as well. I think it might have been Celtic. Let me just see after I've signed this one. Yeah, Celtic. So Inter, Celtic, and FC Schalke wanted him, including Man United. There's 4 big teams that are all putting in bids for Wallison, which shows there's a lot of interest in him. And he's 25 years old, so I definitely need to contemplate whether I want to sell him, because obviously only if it's the right amount of money, but maybe come the end of this season, maybe it will be time to sell him and try and get a younger striker. Maybe I could sell Wallison and use the funds that I get from the selling of Wallison in order to try and sign Romeo Vidal, because obviously Romeo Vidal is only 17 or 18, and he's already getting close to the same overall rating as Wallison. I also got an offer there from Bayern, so another massive side also coming in to try and get take Wallison off of our hands. And they all got back to me, and they all seemed to say that I definitely valued him higher than they actually valued him themselves, and they was no longer willing to pursue him. I also got a transfer offer there, 90k from Dagenham for Dami Shitar, who is one of the players I want to offload and is definitely not going to be featuring in my squad. I was happy to get an offer for him. Again, I got an offer here for David Edwards, and I think I was actually confused at that moment in time. I think I was just so used to putting counter offer of 10 million that I put in a counter offer for 10 million, even though it was David Edwards opposed to Wallison. But again, David Edwards is not someone that I would be willing to let go at this moment in time, especially with the kind of growth that he is showing. We go into our next game here against Wolves. Now, Wolves are a solid side. I don't know where they were. I'm not actually too sure where they was in the league prior to this game. But they definitely started off in this game all guns blazing, and they was definitely creating a lot of chances straight off the bat. We had a chance here, which I definitely should have taken. If I had taken that chance, this game definitely would have gone a different way, and that's kind of given away the result or how this game is actually going to pan out, and I probably shouldn't have said that. But regardless, we go into the 10th minute here, and a nice pass slotted through Eubanks-Blake, and he finished nicely to make it 1-0 to Wolves in the 11th minute. We then move into the 19th minute, and again some nice passing play from Wolves. Set puts through, as this, who got put through there? McLean. And McLean managed to make it 2-0 in the 21st minute, and they was just all over us from that point. As soon as they made it 2-0, I literally looked like I was completely out of the game. And Bukayo picks up the ball on the right hand side, crosses it in for Sigurdarsson, and somehow manages to score. That is a loop cross, and he definitely shouldn't be getting enough power on that header there to be able to get past Spires, and makes you think whether Spires is a good enough goalkeeper. Maybe I should replace him with Cragno as soon as Cragno signs, if he does sign, that is. And again, they're creating loads of chances, had loads of shots against us. It's a very one-sided first half. So I tried to go into the second half. I think I changed my approach. I think I might have gone defense. I think it's weird to say this. I think I went defensive with counter. So I was kind of inviting the play and then trying to tackle them and then push straight up through. And it almost paid off. In the 52nd minute here, I think David Edwards managed to score. They get 3-1. And you can see here, look, counter in from their attack, and there's lots of open places. And once it gets put through here, does a nice stop and turn to get past the defender, has a shot, and that is saved. And Romeo Vidal comes in and headers it against the crossbar. That is then cleared out, and then luckily we won the header there, and the ball bounced straight back to Wallison, and he managed to make that 3-2. And as soon as that, when Romeo Vidal headed it against the crossbar, I thought that was it. That was game over. It shows that EA was not going to be on my side at all. But luckily, the ball came back to us, and it looked like comeback might be on. Looked like luck might be on our side. So I went ultra attacking. And as always, I got punished for doing so, and Sigurdarsson turned defenders there. He kind of tricked me. I thought he was going to continue going the way he was going, and he turned and made it 4-2 with a nice finish. And that game ended 4-2. Definitely a bad result to be having, and that's definitely not what we need if we're going to plan on either coming first or second and getting promoted through the automatic places. And even it's not what we want, even if we want to get in the playoff places, we can't really be losing results. We need to be either drawing or winning just to solidify our position in the playoffs, just to make sure we're there at the end of the season, because I don't think I can go another whole season strengthening the squad and standing in the championship again. We need to be pushing on for the playoffs or the, or mate,